All right, just a couple of things that I want to touch on today. The next part of your project two, right? Project one should be all completed and done and turned in, and I'll try to get a look at those today. Maybe even while you guys are working on some stuff. I know there's about 3 or 4 of them in my inbox that I haven't looked at yet, so I'll try to do that, and we'll discuss it. You also got a lot of chapter 9 plus those extra problems due today, right? Question came up before class, and it's just a good reminder that a lot of times if you get a result and it just says, what did it say, the hash mark number or something like that? Yeah. A lot of times that's because at least one or more of the values that you entered needs to be a negative if you didn't enter it as a negative. Remember, if you're looking at future values and you're talking about you're going to put $100 a month away, right? And you want to know what that's going to be worth in 40 years, so you see if you can be a millionaire, okay? That $100 is leaving your pocket. That's kind of my way of looking at it, so I need to enter that as a negative amount then, right? Otherwise, I'm not going to get a result when it gets all done. So if you get that error, that's just the first thing to look at, right? And think about what part's leaving your pocket, and then you might have better, you might know then how to fix that. So in project two, I think your next assignment is going to be to find your ticker symbol, and then there's some questions that are associated with that. I think I've got last closing price and a couple other things. I still like this site, the FINRA site. I'm going to open that. Okay. I'm also going to say that some of the ways to find the ticker symbol is simply to Google it, or I use Bing, but ticker symbol. There's a ticker symbol lookup there. That might work. I don't know, but let's just say I want a ticker symbol for WD40. Right there. WDFC. Okay. So now I know my ticker symbol. That makes it a little more simple, but you can also do it this way. If I go to this FINRA site, and it takes you right, it's nice to use that. You can go to FINRA itself, and then you go to tools and calculators, and then you go to market data, and then you go to equities and options. But if you use the link that I provide, it just takes you right here. Okay. And you can, he's Brendan, he because I looked it up, I wanted to make sure he's going to do GoPro, right? So I got here and I just started typing in GoPro, wait for a little bit. In this case, pops up. This is not, neither one of these options is always perfect. In other words, I'm not going to guarantee you that you will find your ticker symbol. There's some that are just strange, that are out there, that are tough to find. So it's kind of hard to say, right? Trying to think of an example. For a long time, the Foot Locker ticker symbol was Z. Okay, and why is that? Well, I could go back and give you a big long history. Foot Locker was originally bought by a company called Woolworth. Woolworth eventually went broke, but Foot Locker survived, and it retained, and Woolworth symbol was Z. Why it was Z, who knows, because it was one of the last ones, I think, on the Dow Jones or something way back when. Okay, so every now and then there's some goofy ones, right? Now when you get to the FINRA part, you get to the quote, and that's what I'm at here. I think right here is going to be the answer for the questions that I ask on that ticker symbol assignment. I think I asked you last closing price. In this case, it's not a closing price. This is the current price, which would be fine. Okay. Make sure you put the date in, okay, when you did your assignment, because I kind of go back and check these, and sometimes there's some big movements in the stock price, right? And so I might, you're telling me that the stock price is $10 a share, and I look it up at the same time, and it's $12 a share, and I go, wow, that's a 20% difference, But I might go back 2 days. I can go back a couple days and look at it and see that that's what the difference is, right? I can do that just by clicking on the chart down here. So, okay. Anybody got any questions about that? Okay, that's coming up. I know that's due, I think, next week. So I kind of want to give you a little bit of a head start. You guys can look those up. Second project, I've tried to divide it up also into a lot of different segments so that we can just slowly progress towards the end, which is when you're gonna write that final paper. About a 5-page paper. Should be at least 3 pages of that devoted to the financial aspects or statements of the company. No questions? All right, any questions about the assignment then or anything? I'll quit talking today and start taking a look at some of your guys' stuff come around, see how you're doing.